Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Meta HSE Week 3 of Valorant competition, and today we are back once again, and with me is Hasdaddy Slim.
Amp, good to see you as always. And yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to week 3 of some, good old fun Valorant here for Meta Esports. We're getting ready for our 3 games of the evening. They should all be crackers. I mean, settle in. One map in each one. And I guess, well, for everyone for most of the states, this is the halfway point. Of course, it's the 5-week round of competition before we get to those finals. So I feel like everyone's just starting to hit the top of their game now. I've had a couple of weeks of playing, a few scrims together, and everyone's been going over a few strat stuff. So looking forward to what should be a very nice game this evening, or well, nice 3 games. And we're starting off, Amp, with our first one. We've got the St. Andrews boys up against St. John's.
Yeah, so obviously this is going to be a best of 1 coming in. We've got all 3 games, all Victorian. Currently, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how everything is going to be. But before we do break into it, let's just quickly go through our sponsors for today. Obviously, it's going to be Torrens University of Australia and MSI. So make sure to go and check them out for all your latest and future educational systems. And of course, get some gear from MSI, who's been a wonderful sponsor for Meta HSE. With that being said, though, according to the Twitch chat right now, everyone is flexing up, because everyone wants to see St. Andrews Christian College on the attack side to come out. I'm assuming right now Ward's on top is going to be the thing that's going to be rapidly chanted all along throughout this 1 hour worth of, the first game. But, what is your thoughts, Has? Because, obviously Wards is a player that we've casted many, many times, and we have seen how he has, been playing throughout, the LPL and now into meta. Like, what is your perspective for tonight?
Yeah, no, Wads is definitely a fan favorite for the evening. Going off the chat, at least. I mean, there might be a few others. I mean, we have FaZe Jan in here as well in the lobby. That should be. It's good to see FaZe, or after their big major win in CS, are outreaching to other variants of the, esports, and it's good to see they've managed to send off a high school Valorant member to compete for one of the guys. So that is absolutely fantastic there. But well, I mean, I'm looking forward to see how all of the players compete as much as Look, it'd be good when Woods gets a nice little, 2K or maybe a 3, or maybe even an ace, because that'll get the chat going. But I mean, everyone today looking like they should do pretty well. From both of these teams that I think we remember last time, both sort of were around or towards those finals near the end of the year. So I do believe that we should see a pretty good game, especially on split. Depending on how things start off, you can get a roll going if you are on that defensive side and the attacking strats just sort of land a bit flat, especially, B side. If you're only going to play for that straight into the main area, can be a lot of trouble. But I think if you can get that mid control, I reckon we'll see a few Sage picks here, a couple of ice walls going up, all the good stuff. So hopefully, it should be a close one. We see some good frags, a couple of nice Twitch clips to have these players can record and put on their compilations they can send out to, maybe they will become like FaZe Jan and join a giant esports organization. You just never know. But at the moment, we're just waiting on one player. Apparently, he's right outside the house. So good timing. Only 5 minutes late at the moment. That's actually pretty
Yeah.
good for what we've had beforehand. It's better
Well,
than
yeah.
I think. Remember last year, someone went to get a haircut and just
Yep.
was like 20 minutes later. So it's good. It's good stuff.
Good
Time
stuff.
management is a thing that I haven't particularly got the handle of yet.
But you
I've
do have
I've
the haircut to match. I mean,
I
like,
do. Yes, finally. I don't know what I was thinking. Still got the stash, but we're going to be shorting down the hair a fair bit, which is probably not a bad idea because it was getting pretty bad.
Oh dear. Well, hey, look, yes, we're gonna get the match started very, very soon. But make sure that if you do want to keep on cheering on for the monster that is gonna be Wards, make sure to also, capture his glorious moments. Whether that's gonna be multiple kills, a big ace, or even a slump here and there. Not jinxing anything, but at the same time, make sure to get those, because with those clips we can, like, show off what meta is all about, and also spread the good word of Meta HSC. Whether that's through Valorant, through League of Legends, or Rocket League, you name it. We're trying to do our best in order to bring this one all the way up. Why wouldn't you want another, exciting esports moment coming into your school. Every semester, instead of signing up for this and that after school, it is time to sign up to esports. So make sure to talk to your principals with some awesome clips and be like, hey, check this one out, sir. It's time for us to enroll next year and get some esports equipment or perhaps an esports lab. So that will sound amazing. So currently, I think today is going to be pretty special of an opener. Both side is pretty much going to be making their king maker or slayer out of this. Obviously, Wars has a lot to go through, especially with his crowd of fans that's here chanting. And of course, St. John's Regional College also not slashes themselves. They're going to try to bring the A game back into it. And, well, let's see what we got in order to compete against the big monsters that's now stacking on top.
Yeah, got to actually give a shout out to Chad. It's moving a million miles a minute, which is very good. It's good to see everyone coming in and supporting their school and also certain players as well. This is the place to make a name for yourself, I guess. Usually you've got your school sport, you've got your football and your cricket and your rugby, and those are all good. I loved a bit of footy back in the day. I probably should do it a bit more these days, but there's nothing like getting the crowd into, just a bit of text chat and just having some friendly words with each other. It's always very friendly in chooch chat, which we just love to see. But our last player is in, and I believe we are almost ready to get this one underway. So, of course, we're going to be doing this one on split. It's St. Andrews up against St. John's for our first game of today, and it should be an absolute cracker, I reckon.
Oh yeah, this cracker is about to be dipped in a can of tuna. John West should come to
Tuna.
Oh yeah, cracker with tuna and a little bit of cheese here and there.
No,
Don't
no,
mind
no. I
me.
mean, cheese. I'm personally, if I was going to have biscuit to dip, it'd be some, I reckon, spicy capsicum dip. That's the one
Ooh,
you head for.
I
Spicy
do like
capsicum
the
dip.
sound of
The
that.
best dip, easily. Absolutely.
That's nice. That's nice. I like the sound of that. When I go down to Melbourne, we're gonna have some of that.
That sounds great. Yeah. That and a few, well, I would say alcoholic beverages. Well, some not alcoholic beverages. They may be followed by something else. Who knows? But
Oh, that's
anyway,
who knows?
enough about our reunion that may have, well, our first time meeting in person that may happen at some point. Who knows? Maybe monkeypox will wipe us out before that. But
Oh
as you can
god.
see here, players starting to lock themselves in. We've got an Omen. We've got a bit of a Raise coming out there from Kane. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Woods looks like he might go in the old chamber. Respector has gone the Sage, so there is that pick there. Definitely going to be seeing some walls up around the mid side if they do get a good try on that defensive side. Of course, the St. Andrews guys who will be starting on attack. St. John's will be on the defense. But, pretty average pick so far.
Choose your agent.
You got the smoke characters. Again, another Sage going up. Raise, Jet. Now it's sort of a mix between. It's not going to be an exact fit of things. You've got to bring him over the Omen there. And you've also got the Killjoy, which is pretty much in place of that Cypher. So a few differences, but at heart, still sort of the same picks. And there they are, all locked in. And we're just about ready to see these guys get underway.
That saying, that movie, same, but different, but still same right after that. So definitely coming in, a lot of nice defensives that can be played for. The smokes are all in place. I will say right now, with Wads on the chamber, that's going to be a very interesting take on how they're going to be able to play for the first half, especially given that Headhunter is just amazing. When you go into Tour de Force, when you activate, especially as a primary carry, you can play it not as just a defensive, you can play it as offensively as you want. Killjoy obviously is there for the backup to solidify that position, to make sure that yes, we can make sure the chamber is going to be fully utilized when it comes down to it. It's just, will Kane be able to be the one to shut that down? Because if Kane gets an early lead, gets an early start, it is a threat that is on the table. It can also, result in some humongous plays with a Battle Sage, or perhaps even an Omen silence into a Jet perform. So here comes the beginning. The open play is very, very important for the attacking side. So if you are here to cheer on your squad, it is time to insert Dominus Overwhelming.
Well, here we go. Also, just so you fellas all know, Mr. Temporal is the man running the observing for today. And he will be doing a very fantastic job he usually does for us. As pretty slow start here. St. Andrews boys not looking to run through too early. Wood's looking to possibly push through this smoke here towards B. So he goes back towards that side. So he's going to get rid of that first bit of Cypher tech. They start to rotate around. Minute gone. Respect is going to find that first one on the phase jam. That's a big pick in towards me. And now Afa tucked in the corner here, waiting to see what can happen. He has the dash available. But Respect is picked up too, just like that on the coast. And now Afa puts him away. The location of the tripwire will give that one, but Binjo's got so much to do as they all run over towards the B side. He's saved, he's so far away. He's been jumped on. Peach puts him down, and it is a really solid start here for St. Andrews. As the spike will go down, and it is all left now, just on a nail in a 1v5.
Well, now Slow's gonna get into there, and Waz is just gonna execute a big flawless, a big plant, and an entry worthy of their monikers right now. So if you haven't heard of who they are, it is time to take some notes and probably start studying up their current play. Having that perfection and ultimate denial means that if you are going to be on the defensive, you aren't be able to get a gun right now. I mean, like, if you do, it is going to be the biggest deficit for your economy. So yeah, right now, St. John's Regional College not going to be able to be on the best. So well, let's hope they can find something with a little bit of a stack play and perhaps just trying to control that middle a tiny little bit better in terms of trade and baiting out a potential mistake.
It's a stack up towards B at the moment, around that heaven area. Well, St. John's guys, Respect is going to start his way through mid. Will be joined over there as well, but Peach is just going to be able to walk straight into here. He's already walked out the first one. Khan goes down, a lovely shot there, and the tap's coming through. Grabs a second on the Binjo as well, and already they've got them down. Apis managed to grab a nice one there with the shorty. Spectre picked up as well. 4v3 though. Spike starting to make his way into the side, should be planted momentarily, and Kings has got nails that push through towards A. In fact, they might find a second one here as well. The spray connects. John down, and now A for now 3 HP. Shorty out. Knows that the rotation is coming around. If he lands it slightly to the head, there could be an opportunity to pick one up here late. But again, this should be St. Andrews locking up round number 2 here. We'll actually get that one for 3. So 3 kills now. Some nice damage at least here, Emp, and might look for a few exits or even just try and save that Vandal.
Oh my goodness. At this second, he is playing, just trying to find something like an exit frag, but nothing's going to be given to him. I think at this stage, it's safe to say he has done enough damage. He's not going to win the round. He's going to save that Vandal. I hope he wants to save that Vandal because, okay, never mind, he's not saving that Vandal. It's just, okay. I guess that's just going to be a Vandal down to the ground for A4.
I mean, the buy is there for next round, so understandable. We're going for some late exits or maybe just even tap that spike to bring a couple back, but not going to do that, but some nice economic damage at least with those 3 kills in the round. Now the full buy will come through for St. John's. Phantoms across the board of Vandal as well for Nao. Meanwhile, it's just going to be what they've got left over here, I'd imagine, for most of the St. Andrews. Respector has gone on full board of Vandal, but could possibly look to save that one. In fact, both players that went down early, the Kings and Respector, they're both going to full buy in. So they're looking to win this bonus round, get out to that early 3-0 advantage.
Yep, here we go. They're all stacked up against the A. They don't really care about that trap. Oh, that trap wire! Stop Peach right there. You do not get to dash forward. And now Binjo onto the side corner, trying to go for an open and... actually, no, it's going to be the close defensive right now. Respect onto the top, trying to make their way all the way to heaven. And John is trying to just empty some clips in. Right now, the attack, the fast attack has been halted. Nothing really is going to be given onto the side. Respector, meanwhile, with that little bit of a boost, is going to quickly throw out a slow orb. No information, nothing to be baited out upon. And St. John's is happy for this opening.
Yeah, really nice hold over towards the A side as well. Still, St. Andrews want to try and continue on with this one. Bush starts going towards this heaven. Woods is going to be leading the way. And around the corner, and all timing could be everything here. I think the head was spotted there from Woods. Can't quite find them in that vicinity as they fall back towards that side. Thinking about that rotate possibly coming through mid. 38 seconds and counting. The more they wait for this, the longer this... Well, the shorter time they have to get to the side. And there's still 2 players that need to clear out there. The spike, or the smoke goes down again towards the main. They might have to just push through this. And they don't know Binjo's trapped in the corner. I'm just waiting here, 24 seconds. They're going to have to go right now. Start the push in as they go. They know that Jan towards the back, but Binjo needs the fly. Comes out from the back. Jan as well. They play that perfectly. Woods finds one, but Kyan will put him away. And a very nice round there from St. John's. They hold the A side to perfection. Only lose the 1 player. Now both teams will have their first gun rounds here to go into this. But although, I say that, Respector and King's End, because they did do that force up in that last round, going to be a bit short on the old credits.
Yeah, I think they were trying to find a little bit of an edge into a stack play, hopefully going for exchange. What they didn't expect was actually dropping most of the players in exchange for nothing for that one tiny last minute clutch. So, as we're having this operator is going to be on deck. It's a lot that they can earn, and Nair is going to quickly go down by Piche, and once again, not going to be stopped. Blasting onto the website right now. FaZe John has given himself away, looking for a potential second. Quickly dashes up. That up drip is going to be a lot of value. That's the third, and oh my god, he's going nuts right now.
Confidence flowing through him at the moment. 3 kills just like that, completely decimating the side. Might even try and find a fourth. He jumps on up, gets the angle. Kyle will put him away. 3v2 situation. Still an opportunity here for St. John's. It's going from heaven at the moment. Meanwhile, down towards the bottom. Binjo starts making his way down. The wall continues to fall away, but this spike is ticking down. And at this point, so this might be a problem. But Khan still wants to try something here. Woods holding the angle with prayer. Binjo has gone past the smoke, but he needs to find 3, and he's already been found out there. Woods jumping around the corner. Lands his second operator kill. 3-1 St. Andrews. They lose that bonus round, but they respond, and Peachy just into the side there, decimating St. John's with some lovely tapping of that Vandal.
Yeah, Fish right there, a player not checked. Absolutely amazing entry fragger right there, and the biggest thing is that because there's no trapwire this time to stop the dash in, it was just completely unstoppable. And at the same time, gotta give way to Wards on the ult right here. Pretty much with the operator, if he doesn't drop anything, he's gonna be able to grab that 2 more kills, get 44s. The threat is gonna be everlasting throughout the next few rounds, and St. John's needs an immediate response, but probably not in the best of rounds right now because they're on a round of eco.
Well, Peachy, he was alive with the Vandal, not so much with the knives. That's got there. Gun's not going to be down though for it. Binjo playing close with that shorty, but a nice open kill here. All the St. John's guys still with the number disadvantage. They do have the weaponry. Afa's the only one who's really managed to buy anything up, and that was the Spectre. Everyone else on the Sheriffs. Which, I mean, Amp we've seen before in many a round can do a whole lot of damage. Binjo really wants to try and go after that Vandal, but has to stick to this corner because he knows they could be there, and this, if he can find this, could be absolutely huge. It all the timing, and Kings and Woods will start walking in with this operator. Thipes is also getting in mid from behind here. So you have to be careful from the other side though, because Jan is looking around that mid area. Come down timing as well. We're starting to hear that meanwhile to the side. A few more down. Can't find one, but Kings and Time so clearing out that side. Now the B side wide open. Afa does grab Kings. 2v2. Operator picked up on the Vandal. Spike is planted towards the B. So retake. It's on here, Amp. Still going to be a tough one to try and get through.
Well, right now they have no reason not to go for it because Nair is still pretty healthy in this stage. Still has a heal on deck. They need to make a push right now. As you can tell, there's going to be the orb, and slowly, not really a lot of information to work off. They have to pick him blind. Time-Master, they know exactly where they are, so even with that slow orb, they have to slowly go through the smoke. Gotta wait for this. It's a little bit of a disaster as they both go in and they both just fall at the same time. That's a little bit of a problem because Time-Master has actually picked up Wards' operator from the last round, and now he's got that ult up, he's got everything. They have to take him down twice in 2 different rounds in order to disable him completely. So hopefully looking for Afa to rise up with the operator in return as the buy round is being able once again.
Yeah, it's a really nice pickup because it allows Woods not needing to rebuy that. Now they need to get the Vandal up on that side of things, so he's got that back. Afa has one of his own though, as it's a full buy round for both sides once again, and they're going straight through mid here. Peachy is just absolutely running it down mid. He's going to fall back off that angle, but a lot of noise made, so it pulls that attention, looking towards that mid side. 3 around this B site. It's where a lot of the attacks have been going already. Respector did huge damage in that pistol round. He's looking around again towards that mid side. As Binjo is going to lose that camera. He knows the person. Peachy's been spotted, so he's seen at least the 1 or 2, and he knows that. Now off that, they're actually going to fall off that sort of mid push and maybe look to just go the full push in towards B here. And with that attack of Killjoy, I'd imagine that is going to be so here, Em.
Alright, well, there's that attacking Killjoy. They're going to push Pinjo off the side. All of the utilities has been pushed off. SO Pish is just going to quickly get onto the side. They know they haven't detained anyone. And pretty much the rest of St. John's is just waiting outside to smoke. I would assume that right now, if you're going to make a commitment, you're going to have to invest all your ults in order to get through it. But with Wads exiting like that with a big operator in play, it's rough. It is so rough that they're not able to pick up that much. They have to deal with, they have to sacrifice everything in order to get it.
But they're just losing these angels at the moment. Peachy would and just down. And another really nice round there from St. Andrews Christian College, 5-1. They win out another gun round here, and again, it's going to be St. John's Regional on that sort of, pistol upgrades, if anything, maybe some slight perspective pull up if they want to, and smartly they're going to call a timeout here because I just need to have a chat about a few things. They're not realistically early in the rounds. They're keeping it pretty even. It's the retakes where they've been struggling. It's just been absolute domination from St. Andrews on that hold. Again, we saw there that Killjoy op pushed them all off, leaves it in the 5v5 retake, and they come out with 4 alive while all of St. John's fall. So a lot of things to chat over in that regard. They do have the 3 ultimates available, as do St. Andrews, but I mean, this is the round. If you want to try at least change some of the things around, they're not going to have that full buy-in, but you land a few pistol shots, you just put some doubt in St. Andrews' mind. But I mean, at the moment, they've been right on it. Peachy with 8 kills, Wood sitting on 6, and well, it's just been a very solid attacking half so far.
Going back to what you said, they were playing without information, and at the same time, when they get pushed out by the attacking Killjoy ult, Cypher cams, everything was pretty much done, but there was no investment. So when you go back to the side, you had to invest everything you got, right? If you don't, that's pretty much the same result. You have to invest your possible showtime, just instantly get something out of a response, or even use as a threat in order to push them off the side and get your angle, and then use Omen to strategically get yourself back in. So as we come back into this, there's going to be the Blaze Storm. Showstopper is going to be there. It's a rough moment onto the eco play because they have to disable walls again, and at the same time disable Pish, who is so brilliantly at taking the site. Pushes out, baits out, and then just goes for it without much contention. So here we go once again. As I spot him with the early duel, Nair is not going to get too much. At the same time, Respector into the back, just trying to find any form of support for him, and they go for the full push.
Woods has got himself tucked in towards the side right now, so he's in pretty much, he has to kill right here. Knives out for Afa, and he's going to connect. Falls the operator down. That's the pick they were after earlier. It's going to force some rotations here for the guys on St. Andrews. Spike going to start heading towards the A side, where they've only gone the once. They fell flat on that gun round they did have, but an opportunity to go back here again. Peachy meanwhile going in the side. The operator's also been picked up here by Afa. No one going close to it. Still 2 players here for St. John's hanging around this A side. Camera is up as well. Slimer's going to start setting up these smokes, but
30 seconds left.
Operator, a lot of sheriffs available. There is an opportunity here, even with the limited weaponry, to find something. Respector going in here, and we'll just get the timing on there. Can't quite connect on that one. Kings finds Jan as well, and they've managed to turn that one back around. Binjo still holding up top of Respector, finds the second, looking to get the heal up, and April will shut them down. A 3v2 retake. Khan has his ultimate available, but Peachy taking away Afa. It's probably best to save it at this point. Some more damage can be done here as Peachy jumping around the corner, firing his vandal off. He knows he's bait out the shot. Okay, misses the first one. He's just playing with his food, and you shouldn't do that. You can't give him too many opportunities. Khan puts him away. Only the one bullet, though, and he's going to run straight into Thigh Master. He puts it down, and St. John's, it was a decent round, considering what they had, but still, it's another round for St. Andrews, and 6-1 after 7.
Oh, that could have went bad for both sides really quickly. I was actually surprised as soon as they contested B right there. I thought they were going to go for the Sage ult, go for a resurrection on Wads. He gets the operator back in because there was the response, but there was no connection into the first operator into the retake. But as soon as they went back into A, they sacrificed one player for the greater good, and then after that, it was, we weren't talking about the rest of the shenanigans because of the denial, even playing anti-eco. So as we go into this, there is going to be the 44's Respector. It's going to be taken down by Aethra's operator. There's going to be 4 on deck trying to find themselves and secure a possible round. Because if they don't secure and get some completions down at the side, when they switch, it's going to be an even rougher time.
Again, the aggression from this Jet has been ridiculous so far. Going to take some nice damage from those nades. John's starting to make his way up through that mid-side. Form some sort of help there, but Peachy meanwhile has got Aether down. That operator gone. Khan's ultimate though will grab Woods back in the 4v3 Binjo. It could be everything here, and he grabs time just as he looked away. And now 4v2. St. John's the best chance they've had in a while here. Came on the angle here. He'll put Peachy. Now it's all left onto Kings. It's Binjo waiting around that smoke as well. The moment this dissipates, he'll be able to just grab it. Knows the spike is close. All comes down to timing. Who checks what spot, and Kings is going to be caught off guard. Binjo puts him away, and it's going to be a second there from St. John's. A solid response in this gun round, and boy oh boy did they need that one.
Oh, if they were denied that one, this one would have been a lot more worse. But, a little bit of a contention right here being given from St. John's, which is looking a lot more better. Binjo has utilized better efficiency when it came down to pushing at the right time. Making Suffer work in the defensive is always a good outlook into what you need. At the same time, Peach has yet to decide on what gun they want to go with. Might just be going with the knives to try to go for aggression. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be like that. And here we go. Oh, the investment. Oh, the headshot. It's so good.
Jar will get at least that trade back, but a really nice start there from Peachy. Puts in the 4v4, and the A side is open. The Spike's down. Molotov also going up towards Heaven. So Spike realistically should be planted. King's going up towards ramp as well. Puts himself in a nice position here. Aether trying to clear out mid, making sure all that's gone, but the 4v4 retake now gets underway. Worried about what could be happening through there. Woods pushing back through there, but Aether's grabbed the first, and Khan gets Wood down. Get aggressive. King's out from ramp, and they know he's there now. And it's time on the side here, and he's going to be jumped on by Aether, and now it's all on Kings. A 1v4 has to start running out, but they've got control from Heaven's side as well. John waiting there, and he's going to put that one away. 3-6, St. John's Regional College. They find another nice retake, and they bring it back to just a 3-round difference, and start to roll this run back a bit. Yeah, they've still got 3 rounds left in the half. 6-6 is on the table, but again, here for St. Andrews, they will have that full buy back in. But yeah, I mean, they lose that initial one, but just a really solid retake there.
Yeah, right there. I think Peach really able to nice open aggressive play onto A. They got there early, got themselves set up, but the timing and the push for Heaven wasn't looked after as well as the spike right after. And yeah, it's not Heaven not cleared out. It's a lot of problems for them. Down Aether once again with that big operator looking into the big entry. Probably not going to be able to have too much, especially with the camera. But there's going to be a ping, and Peach is going to go down, and they also get Wads out of the way as well. And Kane is going to go down, but a possible trade is going to come through. 30 health, and he has to retreat. There is going to be the resurrection. A miss slightly by Aether, but John on a triple. Huge.
Yeah, okay, John was just a triple. Woods tries to get around to Aether, but he holds it down nicely. Keeps his cool. The operator shot lands, and 4 on the board for St. John's. Not really sure what happened in mid there, John. I think just the rotate through, and they were not ready for it. Deletes 3 and just completely changes the round. And now, St. John's 3 on the trotty ramp. Ever since that, I mean, they lost the pistol after calling that timeout, but ever since then with the gun rounds, they've looked very solid. As once again, it'll be another one available for St. Andrews. Bit shorter on the armor this time around, but they've still got the guns and weaponry available. But the St. John's, at least, they've settled into this one now. They seem to have sort of caught on to that aggression. That's causing some changes here for St. Andrews, looking more towards this A side, at least, to start this round off. Playing a bit more around that mid as well. So just starting to be pressured and challenged in these last couple of rounds as well in this first half. And every round is important. And, so is my voice staying intact, which it wasn't doing there as Aether. Doesn't quite hit that operator shot, but gets that at least information around that mid side. As Peachy destroys that one close there towards B. And well, so far, slow but surely, and it looks like they are going back again to that look at B side. And oh, Aether landing a nice one there.
Oh, right there, that could have been super dangerous, but they're gonna quickly get a nice flick right now, setting up the wall, going for a potential B push, just try to elevate some kind of pressure away from Heaven, trying to make him turn Peach. Meanwhile, gonna double check, gonna push that Heaven. They want that operator play. There is gonna be the nice beam popped up Peach as well. So Respector goes down, but April is gonna be wasted right there. At the same time, from to the bottom, B is being pushed. 2-on-3 situation, back into a 2-on-2. Oh my goodness, at this second, they've got the side locked away, but they have to pick up the spike and ready. Go for a spike. Ultimate is going to be ready. There's going to be a possible resurrection. Here we go. Let's see if they can get this 3v2, but Peach is going to quickly disable the newly resurrected A for anyway. And they are slowly not realizing Peach is onto the opposite side. Possible ace? Nope. Gonna be put away by Wards. Why? But at the same time, 7-4, and boy oh boy was that a beautiful round.
I mean, what a solo around there from Peachy, up to 15 kills now. Takes the lead in the Battle of the Jets there, with Afa sitting on 13, but that's what they needed. Just a nice one to the side, and they lost the early duels as well, but Woods and Peachy turned that one around nicely to get those picks there, and unfortunate with that revive, trying to get Afa back up, and Peachy gets that kill across the side, and they can't get the trade back off it. And from there, they're just able to hold off the side. Almost an ace as well. We get ready for the last round of this first half. St. John's have pulled this one back from considering it was sitting at that 6-1. Still, they wouldn't mind getting those 5 there. It's going to be a quick one towards B here. Peachy immediately going through and up towards Heaven. He's going to try and get almost taken down towards short, but Vinjo's going to be down by Mega Respector. And now 5v3 just like that, the round already in their favor. Naya will get that nice trade, 4v3 retake. John just have his ult available as Naya the spray through hits Kings, and that's exactly what they needed to get back into this round.
Pressure once again, and Respector also pays with his life right there. That could just be the aggressive mistake that had costed their round. So as they slowly look into it, Waltz also misses on the operator play. There's still orbital strike. And yep, there's the orbital strike. They've already got one click into it. But Nair didn't get out in time. So there he's sticking with the deny. Thymus that goes down. Waltz is all up to you. Coming out, denies. Once again. Walks into the barbecue. And that is an A4 for the first half.
Oh, half a second or two away from defusing that spike. Woods just walks on out. And Peachy, unfortunately, Afe is just not on the angle. Kill, and the flames were still down. Falls towards it, and that is going to be the last round going to the side of St. Andrews. 8-4 to finish that one off. Probably would have wanted a couple more considering their start, but for St. John, something to work with here going to the attacking side. The 4 rounds there for themselves. Looking at these buys to start off here, Peachy's gone to Sheriff as a Zephyr. For a half, well, it's a lot of armor buys from the looks of things. Binjo, John, and Naya. Khan's going to go with that Frenzy. Meanwhile, Kings has got himself a Ghost. Everyone else on the classics in the half mile, apart from, of course, Peachy has that Sheriff. And he might look to get very aggressive early towards that A side.
The camera is destroyed.
Although the camera going down early, it's going to force him back off that position. But Amp, very important piston round for both of these schools here. St. John's, they get this one, they can start rolling back this lead, get themselves set in towards this attacking half. And St. Andrews get this, all of a sudden you're looking at a 4-10 lead, and that is going to be very difficult to come back from.
Well, they have to give a lot of respect right now. Waltz with a Headhunter can pretty much just decimate the whole attacking side, as Kang and the rest, they're marking him. They know there's the possible play right here. Was obviously being the experienced player here is going to quickly shift himself back down. They want to have a solid opening. The engagement, if they do catch it, and Peachy is going to be taken down at the second. That's going to enable a B push as the rest is going to quickly go for it. There is going to be a response Q right here. Respector is going to take out Binjo, but Respector with a double gets taken down. 3v2 situation, that is possibility that they can signal the sign of a counter attack.
Spectre has managed to grab 2 there, but the spike will still go down. A 3v2 situation. St. John's hold that advantage. Stymester and Woods need to complete this retake here. Woods coming back from main as well. Has made a bit of noise. And I don't know if he realizes Kane's up so close. It's going to be deadly for him.
One enemy remaining.
There's left in the 1v1 situation. Smoke can go down towards the spot before he knows he's around. Close, hits the head, but doesn't quite get the kill. The 78 HP. It doesn't do 100 damage, unfortunately, and Khan will take it away there. 5-8 St. John's. They get the important pistol round, if only just. The buys will start to come in for those Spectres. Meanwhile, St. Andrews, they can look to force up here if they want to. We don't want to let them just get these rounds back, but at the same time, you want to make sure you have money for that third round so you can get those buys going through. So it's an interesting spot. Actually looking like they might try and push through with the Marshall. I think they will. So a ghost, couple of half buys in the Classic. So they've got something to work with. But still, St. John's, a perfect start to this second half.
If they have a chance to do something to make it even right now, this is the time. They have to quickly rush this round to victory, deny all possibility of a retake coming from St. Andrews. And so, as they quickly, confidently goes through a lot of dabs around, and Peach is going to be taken out, well, taken off the side. But Kane, not restricting the flames, right there. It's going to be a burn to death. Peachy also goes down, and now 4v3 situation. Marshall being disabled, not really put into good use. But first Joel, oh my goodness, he gets a lot of taps into himself. Was also go down. Everything is happening right now. Oh my god, it's just so funny.
Tries to go for the wall there, almost gets taken down. Woods was the only one defending that A side on for St. Andrews, and now 4v2 situation. Kings has picked up a Spectre, so there's some damage available. They've got Heaven control, but everyone here from St. John's sitting on the ground. FaZe John only has the 5 HP, but everyone else pretty much pulled up how they need to be, and they will find him first, but that's information at least, just getting that one there. Check these corners, and now grabs a third for the round at the time. He's been spotted. Only got the Classic as well. Slow Orb pretty much puts him out of contention for this round. Might look for Spectre trying to walk through it, but Nao's there and waiting. 4 kills in the round with the Spectre. Now it's going to be a 6 on the board there for St. John's. Possible rebuys here if they want to. I'd imagine they might just go with the pistols, but it looks like Khan's thinking about the Vandal at least. But yeah, I think you just keep around that 2,000, 3,000 credit mark. Meanwhile, St. Andrews will go in with their full buy, looking to try and find their first round of this second half. 6-8. St. John's out. They get the pistol. They get this one. The second one after. And now with the bonus weaponry, a chance to bring this back to a 1-round game.
Here we go. Convert the bonus, and you're pretty much there. But you don't convert the bonus, you're going to have to fight another day. Possibly 9-6. If not, it's possibly 7-8. Conversion into the 8-8. And so, a very interesting moment has now enabled. So, looking at A4 and Binjo trying to slowly walk their way up to heaven. Ram's not really contested at the second. If they do pick up a nice kill onto Peachy, that could be a really nice one. Peachy gets that first one to the Guardian, knows there's more, but the damage is going to come through and accumulates to his death right there. And at the same time, Woz is already here, down, is just waiting, and they're going to take kills after kills.
Woods with 2 with the Guardian, delivering blows everywhere he goes. There's 3v2 now. Still an opportunity here for St. John's, and John has managed to get himself again around this mid side. Woods walking past that smoke, and he's going to put himself behind the ice wall. But there's a good spike in hand. Get rid of Woods here, all of a sudden 2v2 against what has essentially been a full bite. A lot of Guardians had come out there, in fact, the 2. John does have the blind available in this situation. If it hits the right spot, it's not too bad. But he's also got his teammate at the same. He's going to push in here. Woods gets... And now the rotation 3A if they wanted. And there's a revive as well. Picks up Binjo. And now time up and towards heaven can shut a whole lot of this down. 19 seconds. They're trying to get back towards the side. The spray, it doesn't connect. Oh no. Naya's going to get through. Spike will be planted. And
10
now
seconds left.
a 3v1 situation for Kings. No utility on him either. It's all been left back towards the B side. He's been spotted now as well. And this has been such a nice pullback here. Orb going up as well, and Amp, this is just almost an impossibility at this point. They don't need to peek him. He needs to make the play. All of this being heard. Binjo's up towards the right as well. This is a locked-in round, and yes, it is. Binjo finds the final one. And 7-8. Well, the bonus is being converted, and we are back to just a 1-round game.
This is what happens, right? This is the comeback factor. Right there, St. John's had 3 beautiful rounds onto the retake. And yeah, they're challenging them into a nice one. Then obviously, on a bye round, when you lose that buy, your first buy round is always going to be bad because right next to it is going to be economy, and obviously 3 of the vandals that you delivered is going to be on the hand of your enemy. They're going to start rolling their economy and looking at it. Binjo obviously spouting out Peachy right here. They know how to attack the site. They know how to get A into an advantage. It's just how will they get more with Waz quickly disabling Nair here, which is a good sign of things, but they need a few more.
Peachy tries the aggression as well, but Woods, the ult coming out for this round when they don't particularly have the weaponry, not a bad idea at all. Finds that first time, spotted a couple going on, but Binder's going to put him away. Respector though, towards ramp, he's going to start hearing a few of these things. If he can tuck himself around that position, the spike goes down. Needs to try and find the kills here, and it hits. Woods has also found Binjo, and all of a sudden, a 3v2. They're turning this one around. Jar pushing through that spike, or the smoke, I should say. We'll get Respector. Woods out with his ultimate though. 2v2 situation. King's coming to join him in Afa. Oh, if you peek on out, big man, you're in a whole lot of danger right there. Looking to try and take that fight, and always going to get taken down to 50. King's pushing in short. The Sheriff doesn't connect. They got to get onto this side. They got to try and get this fight. Kings is going to get him, and now a 2v1. As John's got to get back in towards the side. Defuse is starting to go through. Woods has gone down, and now Kings gets off it. He didn't get halfway either. We'll finally put him away. And I just think the defuse will be able to get through here. A close one, but they will get the job done. And off a round where they went in with basically nothing. They're going to come out on top with it as well. Woods goes massive with the operator. Well, not the operator, I should say. The ultimate kills of his. He may as well be an operator. 9-7. A huge recovery after dropping that bonus amp.
That's what I was talking about. You give Waz, you give Chamber just one chance to pop off with that 24. It is pretty much lights out. 1 bullet per person. That's like, you don't need anything else. And so, a very, very unfortunate round for St. John's right there. Losing to the Eco. At the second, 2-round difference has been edged out. They're able to rebuy, but obviously they need to make sure that they are going to utilize this correctly. So, they do have a Cypher ult, but they need to enable it with 1 kill at least to get the Neuro Theft up. At the same time, there's a Killjoy here with the ult as well. Can just lock your ult down with all the nanos and the swarm if you don't look at it. So economy and all the utilities is going to be invested in. And look how much they're going to be aggressive with this. Trying to just tuck themselves back in and answer this B side.
Kings are still back in the corner now. I will put him away, but not before they find A for the Jet out of the picture. 4v4 situation. And Peachy's going to take that Binjo as he tries to take that fight up towards heaven. Peachy finds 2 as Woods is found as well at the time. Peachy gets 3. The aggression in towards the side there. And it's a very, very nice retake there from the guys on St. Andrews. And, well, they were in trouble. Losing the first 3, they lose that bonus. They had no guns into the next round there. And then all of a sudden, just like that, they win that one with just pistols. The operator coming out again there. The Vandals doing the work. And the first gun rounds between both teams falls their way. And they get out to a 3-round advantage once again, 10-7. And once again, it is going to be a timeout called here from the guys on St. John's. And they've got to be kicking themselves out. They got themselves in the position to tie this up. And then all of a sudden, you make a couple of mistakes. And just like that, it's back out to a 3-round gap.
Well, that's what happens, right? As soon as you feel like you're about to, get the lead, get back the equalizer, and find a good edge over your opponent, one bad round like that instantly reduces their chances, and now there's another 3 rounds that have to compete. You're down 1 ultimate. You need effort to get on the critters. Yes, you're going to be able to buy, but how much are you able to invest into it before, you're going to say, all right, tap, that's going to be it. So, this will most likely be a forced mix buy coming in all the way from St. John's, who's struggling a little bit right now. If they can enable a kill from Showstopper, if they can find the perfect way to tackle B, or even go back to A, like, it's so much threat that they can play around with, so much that they can revolve around the blind, just to force out with attacking Cypher cams, getting Heaven set up. It is an opportunity, an area that they can look and play into, but at the moment, it looks like it's gonna be that mix buy coming in, and the force is gonna be very, very real.
Well, Afa does have always 1 away from getting those knives, so I imagine he's gonna go try get that orb early if possible. A couple of Vandals, the Sheriff, Guardian on Jant. So they look to try bring this to a 2 rounds here. If it starts leading the chase, if he can get that orb, that's huge. Just to be able to use those knives, get a smoke down around it. Peachy's already starting to make his way over towards that ramp area, and he does have knives available right now. So if he goes out around that corner, there's possibilities. Camera will spot him, you'd imagine, early. But at the moment, just tucking towards the A site. Minute 10 left on the clock. Not looking to do anything yet. Now Binjo's off that one, can throw down that cage, and they're trying to get that one. And he's Peachy throwing out the knives. We'll go one. Binjo does get the...
Get out of my way!
And now the knives out for Aether as well. Has managed to get that orb through. So 4v4 situation. Smokes back towards A main there from Thyme. Delay them just a bit longer. And Respectors walked past the ones on ramp. Whether they expect that to come through. He's actually going to go for the revive here, so that's big, and if he gets some kills from it as well, he finds one. Woodstall gets the trade back, and Binjo as well. Now a 3v3 situation. The Cypher's low, and Binjo goes down as Woods finds another with the
30
operator.
seconds left.
There's still an opportunity, 28 seconds, but Stamp, they've got to go basically towards this A side. They've got to go barreling in, and Woods is watching that angle. Oh, Woods! That's absolutely massive! A 4K with the operator and a collapse to end. And that might just be the killing blow there to St. John's. Oh boy, that one's got to hurt the mental just a bit.
Oh, clip that! Clip that! That was the most clip-worthy thing I've seen in a long time. And of course, he has to go into Watts' operator play. Oh, that was deadly. Despite the heaven smoke right there, trying to block him, Watts just says, you know what? I've got the edge, I've got the angle, let me peek at the high ground. I've got you both, even if you jump. So, Watts got to be feeling very awesome after that one. It's going to be submitting it to every, media outlets right there. It's going to be in front of your Instagram. And as we come back to this, it is a very important round for the rest of St. John's in order to secure a round of victory. Because if they don't get this one, oh my god, it's going to be absolutely terrible. And there's going to be the orbital strike. Going to tap Aether right there. Going to take them all down. They know that they can push this. And they are just... Oh my god, I can't believe they're playing mid like this just because they see the spike.
All situation, Slob going out to that position. Aether holding it down as Respected as peeks on into it. And he's found two. On the 70 HP. Healing will get him back up towards 100 as Woods. He's gotten aggressive now, trying to look in towards mid. But the rotate's going to start around towards the A site where there is absolutely no one on there at the moment. Binjo is getting a whole lot of information. He starts to make his way off ramp. If he gets Thyme here, this could be absolutely huge. It all comes down to timing. Thyme, he's thinking more towards that left side. He does not realize he's up this far. And now they can start pushing in. Thyme's about to spot a whole lot of people. If he can find at least one here, that might be big. But the smoke and the slob going to go down. He's just going to have to take his time. Starts putting it down. Binjo's found Woods as he starts rotating. So that is the operator gone. And finally here, the guys from St. John's, they get that opening one. They get themselves this fight down 4v2. This should be them locking in round number 8.
It's a good stage for just to block him in as well, causing Thymus to waste most of his bullets here. I think there was not enough communication to the heaven right there, so was pretty much walked into a trap. And so good patience executed all around. Oh my god, Thymus jumps into 2! He's just standing there waiting for him to execute. And so an important round being enabled, and this is a little bit of the encouragement that we need from them. And oh my goodness, I think we are going to be seeing a big play coming in. If St. John's get this one too and disable the double operator play, we're going to be looking at a very promising counter attack all the way to St. Andrews.
Well, I mean, here for the guys in St. Andrews, these operators work. Like they'll be hoping they do. He could just delete this round in seconds. He's just going to be getting his in towards this B main area. He's just going to go start going up Woods. He's got aggressive towards mid as well. Oh my lord, that is aggressive, and he's gotten a bit too much there as Aether puts him away. So that's one operator dropped. Start their walk in. Respect is still up in towards heaven. Aether's been standing up for his team so far, finding some knife kills, and now Khan with the ultimate has forced Respector out of heaven there, throws it down, doesn't quite hit that one close. Now Respector is going to be checked there as Khan puts him away, and now 5v3. These are the rounds they're after. He's getting aggressive as well, Thyme. All the time he's going to be caught off guard as they rotate in towards the A side. And now Kings, he's put away as well as FaZe John grabs him. And now it's all left on Peachy. And now he's going to perform a retake, a 1v5 with Operator in hand. He's found one, but he's got to do a whole lot more. Checking these angles close, looking at the second one, but Aper's not giving him anything. And a really nice round there from the guys on St. John's. They find 9M, and they start to walk their way back into this one. With the bye, unfortunately, here for the guys over in St. Andrews, it's not going to be great.
Well, there you go. That's what I was talking about. If you want to disable St. Andrews right there, you take them down the economy. They're not going to be able to compete, especially after an expensive round, losing the double operator. Currently, if we're going to be looking at everything, this is going to be a round of eco. It's a possibility to get this secured into 10-11, just depends on how many ults that they do want to go through. And so, a very aggressive Peachy goes through, just get a little bit of information, pokes it out, there's going to be the wall, confirming that mid is going to be contested, but at the same time, got to give a lot of respect. You don't want to be losing to another eco round onto St. Andrews at the moment. And now, this is going to be a phase shift into the A transition. They are going to go up and just juke into a much more successful operation.
Nice, found time as well as Binjo puts away time, and now King's left on the side, a classic in hand, and Binjo grabs 2. And the Crystals, unfortunately, will not do much this round. Woods does have the ultimate available. Chuck that out. We'll find John there. I mean, when this man's feeling it, he's going to go for it as much as possible. 4v2 situation. Respected with him. Only has the Sheriff, though. Might be a Vandal pickup available there on the side of ramp where that player went down, but he's starting his way down there. Woods starts to fight through, but no, doesn't check the side as Respector goes down. It's all left on the Woods, trying to get in, trying to find those kills, but Binjo's having none of it. A 3k in the round, and that is 10 on the board. And once again, St. John's find themselves just 1 round away from evening this up. Last time they were here, Imp, they lost against the Pistols. Went on a 3-round winning streak to the guys over in St. Andrews. Now it's a different story. Full buys on both sides. No operators on either end. And such a huge round. The winner, or winner of this round. Either well, you've got an even up of 11 apiece, or you're looking at the guys over on the side, St. Andrews, having 2 map and series points.
Okay, here we go. We do have the possibility of the biggest comeback we have seen in a while. But Woods is going to be taken down early into the spray. And now Peachy onto the side. Tucked in nice and neatly. Trigger discipline! Gets that first one, dashes away. It does everything just to try to survive. Oh my god! Eventually, FaZe Jong is going to get the double all right now. And that is nice, but Respector quickly make that even. And there is going to be the resurrection coming out. They realize how important this is going to be. And so they get that one back up. This needs to absolutely go their way. If anyone is going to push Kings, it's going to be an awful little bit of round. And now Respector hears everything. And that is a real opportunity in order to get a backplay.
Chance teleport on towards the site. Respected just has to wait for it at this point, unfortunately. Shadows go back up, clear off a few angles to hold down, and now Kings and Respector left in a 2v3. Respector's given them a chance here with 2 nice kills, or 3 nice kills up towards the heaven area. Spike starts to tick away. There's no real utility to use there, unfortunately, for both players. They've cleared out the first bit. Killjoy will go out, though. It's opportunity, but Naya's already put away Respector, and now it's all left on Kings. If he can hide away for the time being, there's a chance to maybe push them out away from this spike, and it will, so he can get on towards it. And he does have 1 bit of grenade left to throw away, but the spike's out in the open makes it so difficult, but he's actually got the angle off the side there. Starts it at halfway, gets it towards that. Bakan pushes on out, claims it down, and we are all tied up 11 apiece. St. John's, they were down 6-1 at one stage. They won the first 3 of the half, and locked the next 3. It looked like their confidence had been shattered, but now 4 in a row. And Amp, what a game to start off the evening. This one like it could go all the way. And I don't think we've had an OT yet, so, you know, wouldn't mind that to be on the cards either.
Oh, man. This is what we're talking about. Like, this is going to be an absolute banger. And, wow. Here we go. Mixed Spice coming into a full buy. And, of course, right now, St. John's should be feeling pretty good about themselves as the equalizer potentially push for the rest to come through. They realize that there is going to be guns, there is going to be resistance coming in when they are going to be pushing, but the threat is always there. They are so flexible when it comes to adapting. As soon as they push for some information, they play it off, and they know they can go for a full switch into A, where they're being absolutely confident about it. But Afro quickly dashes through. There's going to be the molly, but it's going to be just a little bit short, going to be used as a deterrent instead, as both sides is just looking and pushing for information. Obviously, Wards and King is going to be onto the side. They want to make that play. They want to just make sure something is going to be happening correctly for them. Did I just see a disconnection? I hope not.
Kings has dropped that. Huge chance, trying to jump to the side. Woods going to put him down. Big 5 games on there, but Woods
Down B.
trying to push in the wall to Wade. Woods finds 3. Almost a 4, but Aether puts him down. And now it's essentially a 1v1. Kings is out of the action. He's disconnected here. Knives are out for Peachy, trying to put this down. And the fortify here, and he'll get the kill. And that's absolutely massive. St. Andrews grabbed the round. Kings is reconnected back into the server. And now they have a map and series point to close this one out. The full buy will be there for both teams. I think Respector might be a bit short, if anything, Imp, but they should have enough. This is going to be absolutely huge. And, well, now it comes down, is Kings actually alive? Because I don't think they want to play this last round in a 5v4. They've got a timeout, possibly they can call that, but he seems to be in. So here it is, last round of the half. We're either going to OT or this one's ending 13-11.
Get out of my way!
Oh man, here we go. What an exciting round by Watts. What a play. So here we go. A very, very interesting turn of all things considered. We did not think it was going to be like this once we came in. We thought it was going to be domination to the one side, but no, we came in to a very even game right now. If we thought St. Andrews was out of this, we were sorely wrong, and they are absolutely hungry in order to compete and push this for OT. So we will see if they get that opening pick.
Oh, Peachy grabs the first, and that's a massive one there. Oh, he grabs the second. Ape is gone. His head's been taken off. A 5v3. And just like that, this round has been turned on its head. The operator Peachy looking for a third. He's single-handedly taking it away from St. John's. And there's Woods finding Naya. It's all down to FaZe Jan. If he needed the FaZe clan heroics right now, he needs it, but it won't happen. Kings gets it. A flawless round to finish. And what a win there for St. Andrews. They had the lead early. It looked all but done at one point, and they almost let it slip in between their fingers, but they get the job done. And 13-11. What a game, and what an absolute round from Peachy to finish there. The operator in full effect.
Oh man, if we thought Peachy started to fall asleep on the final half, man, did he wake up in the end to take and secure the win for St. Andrews. I gotta say, for me right there, and pretty much for the rest of the St. John's cheer squad, we were looking forward to a possible OT, but wow, the denial was very, very clear. Wards is an absolute monster, and Peachy, when he is awake, is a god. Like, we were not expecting that level of play, and that confidence swinging from Peachy was just insane. With that being said, though, oof. Like, what a game that we opened ourselves to has.
Yeah, no, what an absolute start there. I mean, Peachy, all credit to the big man there. 28 kills to finish. 24 for Aether on the other jet. Both just played absolutely fantastically for their team. There was 22 for Woods, 19 for Binjo. Now finished with 16, 15 to Khan. Jan had 13. Respector 13, 11 to Thyme. Kings 10. I mean, you look at the kills there. And the unfortunate thing is for the guys over on the side of St. John's is that they had more kills rounded up there compared to St. Andrews. But unfortunately, kills don't matter sometimes when you get the round win. And that's where they get the job done, 13-11. And, momentum, it just swung back and forth. I mean, you had 4 in a row. They had the lead. They basically tied up 11 apiece. And it looked like they were going to roll with it. It was a half buy. It was just not enough. You thought St. Andrews going into that second last round, and all of a sudden they pull it off. And then Peachy in the last round just goes ballistic. And, well, I mean, I guess we need to decide an MVP as well. Like, there was a lot of great players, but I think Peachy might have just secured it in the end. I mean, 28 kills.
I think
Wins the last round with the operator. Pretty big.
it's this one. I will
I mean,
agree with
do we
you.
have
Like,
to say Woods because the chat will probably riot if we don't? But I mean, how can you not give it to Peachy after that?
it's a very close one. Very very close
Woods
one
fans,
between
we're
Pichi and
sorry. We
Wars.
would love to give it to him, but it's been stolen away.
Now we got this one. Let me make it clear, right? As much as Woods was the MVP in our hearts, he is the MVP in clipping. If you haven't clipped that, double collateral right there. Yeah, it's time. That he wins that MVP for that one, but Peachy ultimately is the one that enabled Woods to get there. Being the one first onto the side to push onto everything, initiative, get the information, play aggressively, and really give us a showing for it. So as much as this is damaging to the rest of the community, Peachy is the ultimate MVP, but with respect given to Woods right there on that massive play. So congratulations to Peachy. And of course, we're going to go into a player interview. So we're just going to be setting up and waiting for the... Oh, well, we already got the join, I think.
Have we got our man? Who do we have? Who do we actually have? You know, beautiful. I believe
hello,
it's...
sorry, yeah.
Nope.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Chucky, my man. How are we doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
I mean, mate, congratulations on the win. I don't think
Yeah.
it gets too much closer than that. 13-11. You
Not
guys
really.
had yourself a nice lead, and it just all of a sudden you've gone from out in front about 11-7. They roll it back in. Were the nerves
Yeah.
setting in at all?
The nerves were setting in from the very start, but I suppose got a bit too comfortable midway through the game there, yeah.
Fair enough. When it comes down to, having your plays and, rolling through the economy, we noticed around, where it obviously was a devastating spiral, especially when the double operator came out in one of the later rounds. And then, that was obviously being taken down. And then it obviously put you down on a massive deficit. Like, then were you guys feeling threatened at all?
I was, but I don't know about Peachy and was. They're usually pretty confident with it. I suppose confidence in the buy rounds is very important, because you can get some you can actually get some pretty impactful frags off the pistol kills and stuff. So keeping that in mind is also important,
Absolutely. I've got to say, I mean, how were the voice comms in that last round there? Peachy just going absolutely grabbing himself a nice little 3 count.
Yeah, it was just after that third kill, it was just a bit of a celebration for us. To be honest, but we just saw the kill feed come up. Waiting for the ace.
That's the confidence you want.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, congratulations once again for taking this best of one tonight and, giving us an absolute banger to cast. Before we conclude the interview, is there any, shout outs you would like to give out?
Shout out to Peachy for an awesome game. Yeah, he just came back from the gym and some work. I think he's hitting the gym now, straight after the gym. So some good priorities. Absolute legend, Peachy. I think I owe him a shout of some KC now. So
Hey,
Single boxes coming out. That's the life of the Jetman right there. Well, come home, get yourself a 30K, go out to the gym afterwards after getting your team to win. Not too bad at all.
Not too bad.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us for the player interview, and we hope to cast you once again.
No worries at all. Thanks, boys.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to conclude on that first 5 p.m. game. And so, if you still haven't followed Meta HSE, make sure to follow at twitch.tv/Meta HSE2. So, that's where we're going to be casting all of our games. But do not go anywhere, as we're going to cut into a quick BRB to present you the second match of tonight between Elwood College and Brookside College. So, we'll see you very soon.